A very good evening and thank you so much for joining me on Uctv News. My name is Nora Sende to bring you the bulletin. It is Tuesday, the 16th of April, 2024, and thank you so much for staying with us. Today we start off in downtown Kampala. Well, in downtown Kampala there has been heavy security deployment. That's due to the traders that have kept their shops shut in protest over the taxation policies and other related business concerns. These threaten to petition the Speaker of Parliament and other administrative officers in case government does not respond to their plight. Since last week, the traders in the Ugandan capital Kampala have been at loggerheads with the tax body Uganda Revenue Authority over the implementation of the electronic physical receipting and invoicing solutions and other taxes they claim to be suffocating their businesses. This was worsened when the meeting between the traders and the president was eventually called off last Friday. In an engagement with some of the traders in downtown, they threatened to march in protest to the office of the Speaker of Parliament, the office of the Prime Minister and other concerned authorities and petition them over their grievances.
Twetaaga embeera okukyuka essaawa yonna ewatali ekyo tuyina ennaku zaffe 3 ez'okwekalakaasa. Tugenda kumaakinga tugenda ku Parliament, tugenda ku Ministry of Finance, tugenda ku State House ne Prime Minister's Office. Tuli bulala, tuli basuubuzi abakolera mu kkubo ne ku bizimbe ne ku mbalaza. Naye tugenda okunyigirizibwa kungi nnyo. Sasula 18%. Ate n'omwana osasula ne rent gw'osasula. Akuuma ka sifirizi tukategeera bulungi baganda bange. Akuuma ne tukategeera. Ojjako eza government n'ojjako ezo n'ojjako n'eza rent. Kitegeeza oba oyozeza n'oteeka mu ttaka tukeera kumanya tukola ku makya. Nofunira nga tolina kyofunye. Tuli bakambwe, tuli banyiivu. Tugaddewo nine tujja tubalage nti weetuli. This is our home. Musegedde bulungi. Tuli banyiivu nnyo. President Museveni gwe president waffe. Tukuyamba mu bintu ebisinga. Sente ze tusasula. Omusolo gwe mujjawo gwe kusasula member of Parliament. Everybody amafuta buli kimu enguudo. Ekirala Abachina abava mu factory ne bajja wano baddeyo. Bagenda baleeta ebintu wano ne babisuubuza. Ffe ekintu kyatunda 12,000 yasera national nusu 10 kubanga China ebintu byafulookinga. Baddeyo gye balina okubeera.
Tugenda kuggalawo amaduuka gaffe mpaka Museveni lwanaavaayo n'atusindikira omuntu n'ayogera naffe. Oba si kyo nga kkiriza okwogera n'abakulembeze baffe. Gino emisolo mingi tetuganye kuwa musolo naye tugiwadde mu ngeri ki? Nze sisobola kutunda kintu kyange ku dduuka n'enkiwa omwetisa kitwale mu paaka ate ne bamugamba irisiiti eriwa owa booda amanyi irisiiti bye biki.
Some of the traders decried the government to consider their plight and rescue the situation.
Kyetaaga gavumenti n'ekyusa ekintu ekyo nga bukyali kuba abantu bagenda kudduka mu bizinensi ate era baali bakirabyeko. Abachina kati baleeta ebintu ne babisala bbeeyi, bwe babisala ebbeeyi ne babitambuza ddo tuddo. Oba okiraba kati abasuubuzi abamu babadde bagenda China nga basuubula kwabo. Essaawa ya leero kati be bali mu maduuka be baleeseemu ebiki.
To start teaching patriotism lessons from kindergarten, because if children are patriotic and they really love their country, it means corruption will go down and the money they are using, the revenue they are collecting will be used in a proper way.
Today's protests did not affect the business community alone. The public transport sector also caught stray bullets since most of the items they transport and the passengers were often traders.
Abasinga tebazze. Kitegeeza nti abasaze badde batono ku kkubo tuleeta. Bakendedde ddala.
Wabula fe kitunyumira okubanga twagala kufuna ansanga emisolo gikoze eki gikendeezeddwa kyokka kitwagala. Oba bbanga ki oba kife kyetwagala emisolo gikoze eki. Naffe abatekisi tunyigizibwa kubanga tugula amafuta bagongeza sente buli kimu ffe tulina emisolo miyitivu zino emmotoka tetukyafuna namu.
Kyova bansaba bakyuseemuuko kisusse abatakisi bakaaba ababoda bakaaba kwegamba omusuubuzi yenna waali akola ki akaaba mu nsi tulinga abatali mu nsi yaffe. Mutuyambe eno message njiweereza eri gavumenti mutuyambe tuli bantu bannammwe. Kyokka kisinga okunnuma sente ze bakuŋŋaanya ziriwa abantu ba lubatu.
Robert Sechitoloko, the vice chairperson of the new taxi park, appealed to the traders to choose peaceful dialogue with authorities so that the traders' issues are amicably resolved.
Era mirundi mingi ffe tugenze maaso n'okukkiziganya n'okukwatagana ku by'emisolo gifuna. So Era nkomenkereza nti ebintu byonna byetaaga kutuula ku mmeeza, ffenna tutuule ku mmeeza tukwatagane tusobole okutambuza eggwanga okugenda mu maaso.
The Democratic Party has called upon government to negotiate with the traders to avoid devastating effects on the economy. While addressing journalists today at the party headquarters in Kampala City House, Ismail Kiria, the acting party spokesperson, said that the traders' demonstration was well conducted because no properties have been destroyed.
While addressing journalists today at the party headquarters at City House, Kampala, Ismail Kiria, the acting party spokesperson, commended traders that have fulfilled their promise of closing up shops, protesting against high taxation, among others.
The activity is very peaceful. They are simply closing their shops, they are simply closing their businesses, and they are not actually coming on the streets to strike. That is very, very much peaceful, but it is very much impactful on this nation.
According to him, the impact of this demonstration is profound and urged government to handle the traders' issues with concern, adding that the economy is upheld by the traders.
We are all doing our activities based on the business of the country. Now, if the business goes down, even that young man who is in the offices of the URA, trying to embark on these unjust fares on these traders is not going to be paid because URA is not going to get the revenue. URA is not going to get the taxes. Now that means that actually they are even going to cut at the workforce of URA.
Kiria encouraged the government to dialogue with all stakeholders in this issue to solve the matter amicably to avoid repercussions that come with it.
Now once that happens, for the whole week or for the whole month, that means actually now the city will not be comfortable to live in. Because now those people are going to start to look for an alternative to earn a living. That one who has been carrying a luggage is going to look for an alternative to see which bag is going to snatch in the city. Those who are carrying luggages, they will now look for you at night in your comfortable zone. And they will come for you and pick whatever they want. So in other words, let us have a dialogue between the traders and the URA.
Story compiled by Osende Nora for Uctv News.
The Commissioner of Parliament, Matthias Impuga, has today represented a report to Parliament on the progress of Mandela National Stadium in Nambole. The report called for enhancement of the supervision of the contractor for fast completion of the project. This comes after Parliament, headed by the Speaker Anita Mong, visited the stadium to see progress of the construction work yesterday.
In his report regarding the progress of the Mandela National Stadium today at Nambole, the Commissioner of Parliament, Matthias Impuga, said that the initial report tabled by opposition MP Honorable Nambeshe derailed the efforts of the country to host AFCON.
The House's attention was drawn to concerns that the Confederation of African Football (CAF) had in an interim inspection report made a declaration to the effect that the Ugandan major national stadium at Nambole was not ready to host international matches given the inordinate delay in the completion of the ongoing renovation civil works on the complex.
However, Mpuga shared the cost of the 3 phases of the completion works costing over 287 billion shillings to renovate the stadium to international standards.
Until the ongoing renovations were commenced in March 2022 by the Ministry of Defense through a memorandum with the Ministry of Education and Sports, the stadium was never fully completed to full operation phase. Right Honourable Speaker, assessment and costing of the renovation works. In the interim visit I made for 2 days, after assessment of the desired civil works for upgrade of the stadium to international standards by the Ministry of Works and Transport, together with the UPDF Engineering Brigade, the renovation works were phased in 3 stages. The short term, which is the ongoing, costing 94,049,239,595. Phase 2, which is the medium-term intervention, to cost 84,999,761,256. Then the long term, which is the phase 3, costing 108,541,395,375, costing a whopping 287,587,396,226 to renovate the stadium to its entirety, Regional Speaker and colleagues, to international standards.
Adding that all the works is almost completed but called for supervision of the contractor to be enhanced and reports tabled to Parliament.
The Minister for Sports must ensure that supervision of the contractor is enhanced, especially to ensure delivery of the outputs on the agreed timelines. In the meeting, Honourable Speaker, we agreed to a work frame with very strict timelines of delivery and installation of what is available and being demanded. And somehow, probably it speaks to what the former president said, that if they were involved, some of these should be already in place because they're in stores and they're not probably considered as immediate and appropriately required. 2, the minister should report to Parliament on a weekly basis on the progress made until the requirements are fulfilled and the right to host international matches is restored and confirmed by CAF.
In his defense to the CAF report, Peter Ogwang, the sports minister, says that the Speaker has tried all means to make sure that the game is at home, including talking to the President.
So these are some of the issues which are coming up, which have made the delays of the renovation of the stadium, not the contractor. The contractor was on site, ready to do the work, but the challenge has been some of the impediment. The last one is to address the question which my brother Honorable Dur raised. Honorable Dur, for your information, I did tell the people of Lango that I handed them first the contractor. The contractor agreed with me. They were sending a second technical team to go back to Lira to carry out what they call topographical survey.
Ogwang, who defended the delay of the renovation of the stadium owing to delays on government side to release the remainder of the money owed rather than the weakness of the contractor.
We are the ones who invited CAF. CAF has sent a report to us through the Federation. By the way, I'm happy the President is here. He sent me the CAF report. We read it, and we are beginning to work on the issues CAF report identified as a client and a contractor. To be honest, we are trying our level best to make sure that we address those issues for purposes of us having the game being played at home. I have told you as Parliament that the Speaker has tried even to get in touch with the President.
Story compiled by Nora Osende for UCTV News.
The National Unity Platform has today welcomed new members who joined it from various political parties. Now, at the welcoming ceremony, the party leader, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, has cautioned the new recruits to adhere to the party values and resist being compromised by the bribes.
They've welcomed you. I want to add my voice welcoming the new members. You're very welcome. But we must be very clear to you what you have joined. You've joined no regular political party. You've joined a revolution. This is war. We're now speaking at the memorial of one of our comrades that was murdered by the dictator. I said and I repeat that war is politics with no violence, with no bloodshed. I mean, war is politics with bloodshed, with violence. But politics, on the other side, is war with no violence. This has been mixed up ever since we got into this struggle. we have been met with violence. Museveni fears the people so much that he deals with us as a military operation. All of you have seen on TV the shame, the hypocrisy of this regime. Every day trying to bring a new diversionary story about our brothers and sisters that are languishing in prison. They will bring Norbert Mao, and Norbert Mao will say, oh, now that I'm minister, I am going to free them. 1 year later, he's also complaining because he does not see the dictator. Now I saw Balaam, Balaam, ngenda bajjayo ntandikirako Museveni bali abantu abatya. Museveni atutya. Ate Museveni tumututte buli wamu. Abasibye naye bamuli mbulago kubanga tebalina musango. Tuze tubagamba wano tetulina kwegayirira muntu nga tetulina musango. Tebalina musango gwe bazza. Oli bwajja nakugamba nti olina omusango ndyoke nkute oba otunze eddembe lyo. Mwabawulira nga babeli bwanika bavude bagamba tugende twogere ne dictator. Ne bagamba tetugenda kuteesa na muntu, tuteese kuki? Okay, nti kati tuze kuteesa tuwa abantu baffe. Ffe tumuwe eki? Yabaffe mwe abamuwoleza yabawa ki? Era ekibawa kukola ki? Okay, tuyinza okuba tumanye ebimu byabawa naye ebibawa kukola ki? Yali abasasula ki? So we are not going to beg for our freedom from Museveni. We are not criminals. We did not do anything wrong. Tetulina musango gwe twazza, abaana tebalina musango gwe bazza, namwe abali wano temulina musango gwe muziza. Muli wano mu mateeka, mulina eddembe lyammwe era mulina okweyagalira mu nsi yammwe. Buli muntu alina okuwagira gw'ayagala okuwagira. It is not a crime. So you cannot put me in prison and make me beg for mercy. We are not going to beg for mercy from you, Museveni. That is impossible. Ekyo kikafuwe. We know he's already approaching the families of many of our friends. Batukirira family zaabwe, nze bwe ngendayo mukomera okubakyalira abasibe. Baŋŋaana okubalaba. Nti bw'ojja bassaamu lo. Tebamanyi ate bali be banteekamu lo. Kati gwe bw'otunira kusaanya nange ani ateekamu munne ekibuli? Bw'otunira machete nange ani ateekamu munne ekibuli? In fact ze mba ngenze mu kkomera kunyumyamuko nabo nveeyo nga bankyaginze ate nzije nga ndi mukambwe nnyo. So you cannot bend them. You cannot make them bow. And we shall not plead for mercy from you, Dictator Museveni. Never. Era omuntu yenna aligenda neegalira Museveni oyo si munnaffe tumwegaanirawo. Bajja kufuna bannaffe oba ababadde naffe babambaze engoye zaffe bagambe affe tugenze kwegatta ku Museveni. Abo naawe abo babadde baffe ebbanga lyonna. Ye lwaki sikomaawo? Mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala basebo ne bannyabo kumpuliriza. God bless you. Shillings, and that's the proposal that was tabled. We say the people, let's listen to the ordinary people. But because they have the numbers, they rejected that. And they're trying to lump us all together to say, you see, this 1 trillion is for the speaker, the deputy speaker, leader of opposition's office, and members of parliament, and so on. Please stop hoodwinking the people of Uganda. How do you say, yes, part of this is for staff members in the office of the leader of the opposition, but you refuse to renew the contracts of the staff in our office at the end of January? So they want to pretend like it is part of the entire pool, but of course they are going to snatch it, as you have been seeing. And so we shall not keep quiet about these issues. We'll keep speaking out, and we are rallying the people of Uganda. Speak out wherever it is that you are, so that our voice is a resounding one.
Now it's time for Today in History. Thank you so much for watching UCTV News. Let's take a quick break. When we return, it's the Rome Reports.
UCTV, good news for all.
Catch incredible stories of resilience, success.
You can manage that money.
With a topping of inspiration.
Get interested in people, not interested in yourself.
Inspire, achieve, repeat.
You are watching UCTV, good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Towoka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the request show and sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773-597-166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasesegat Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth.
UCTV, good news for all.
Well, thank you so much for watching UCTV News. I am Nora Osende. Have a great evening and a good night.